Hey everybody, Aaliyah here. I'm so excited to talk to you about goals today because, hey, we're using law of attraction, we want stuff, and yeah, there's some goals in there. But doesn't goal in itself kind of have like a weird vibration? Doesn't it kind of sound like, oh, there's this thing that I want that I don't have? So today we're going to dive deep into law of attraction and what it means to be thinking about goals. So, right off the bat, if you're new here, this is my jam. Everything's Abraham Hicks style, law of attraction. We zero in, we stay cut and clean, not a lot of woo-woo stuff, just pure law of attraction and applying it to your life, going a lot deeper than you probably have before. So if you're into this, I invite you to like, subscribe, and carry on with me and see if you're down. So, let's dive into the first Abe quote. You've heard this one from me before, probably recently, but it was too good. So here we go. The basis of your life is absolute freedom. The goal is joy, and the result of that perfect combination is motion forward or growth. So Abe right off the bat is telling us, hey, your goal is joy. And I wanted to throw this in. I wanted to start here because I wanted you to say, yes, Aaliyah, sure, my goal is joy, but I also have some other goals. I want a business. I want the money. I want the relationship. I have some other real goals, not just talking about joy this, joy that. So let's talk about that because there's this funny thing that happens with all of us when we're starting off. We have these goals. We want these things, and the things are great. I love the things. Want you to have your things, right? But there's kind of an assumption with the things. And this is what we do with the goals. We have the goal. We want the promotion. We want the money. We want the travel. We want the adventure. We want the new house. We want the whatever it is. Maybe it's even more like you want to impact people. You want to help people. You want to love better. You want to be a better parent. You want to be a better sister. You want to be a better friend, right? It doesn't matter, right? You've got these goals, you want these things, but there's an assumption here. There is an assumption that if you got the goal, if what you wanted occurred, then you would feel good. You would feel proud. You would feel accomplished. You would feel loving. Right? So do you see the separation here? You have the goals, you want the things because you're assuming that you will then feel a certain way. Whether that is just generally feeling good, of course I'm going to feel good, of course I'm going to feel this, whatever that emotion is, you're assuming that the goal is going to result in the emotion. But here's the thing, the only thing that results in the emotion is practicing the emotion. So if we are going down the law of attraction pathway and manifesting things without activating along the way the end result emotion of it, then we will get it and it won't be that good. Maybe it'll be really exciting for a moment, but we won't actually be gifted a sustained emotion that we thought we would be getting. I learned this lesson when I started my wine business. My wine business that I still run today was my first really large law of attraction experiment. This is 10, 11 years ago, and I had used law of attraction to do little things. And with success, I got myself to stop complaining about my job. I got myself to have a better attitude. I was able to manifest little things like vacations. But then I wanted the big stuff. And the big thing for me was starting my own business. And I wanted to become a wine importer. And so I manifested that. I would visualize how cool it would be to be a wine importer. I visualized like feeling like I was one. I would visualize being at a networking event and saying, hey, my name is Aaliyah and I have a wine importing company. And I did everything. I was just really focused on manifesting a wine business. And I did it. I did it pretty quickly. Within a year or two, I was importing wine. I was selling wine. Even within a short period of time, I had introduced myself as a wine importer and it was real. But I had assumed that starting a business would actually alleviate me from feelings I was feeling before, stressed out at work, doing things I didn't want to do, not having enough money. And so I assumed that starting the business would make me feel abundant, would make me feel not stressed or like I have an easy life or whatnot. So then next thing you know, I have manifested the wine business And then everything I didn't want to feel was magnified. I felt more stress. I felt more like I didn't have enough money. I felt more like I didn't know what I was doing. And so there was an assumption that wasn't true. So I started manifesting a thing without manifesting the emotions. And so this was along my journey where I learned that what we have to do is get really clear on what do we think we are going to feel? What are we hoping we are going to feel once we achieve the goal? And what we want to do is we want to then realize that I want to feel proud. I want to feel wealthy. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel loving. I want to feel exhilarated. I want to feel growth. Right? And then we have to think, how would that feel like? How would it feel like if I was there? Let me just go 2 years down the road. Let's say I got what I want and I'm sitting there. How would I feel? Well, I'd feel amazing. It would feel really, really good. And so we have to scoop up that energy that we're imagining we would feel like and start practicing it now. We need to start folding that into the manifestation work we're doing. So that's the tip right now. The tip is we need to remember that we want to understand what we are assuming we want to feel later and fold that in now and start practicing that in now. Meaning that I could build a business as big as I wanted, but it wouldn't mean that I was going to make money. It wouldn't mean that I would enjoy the luxury of owning a business unless I practice that. So I had to specifically go back and say, hey, how do I manifest the money? Because the business is not just going to automatically give me that. How am I going to manifest abundance? How am I going to manifest? At the time, I was just like, I'm so stressed out. So I had to take the opposite of it. How do I manifest easy days? So those are videos in itself. But today, the tip is realizing that grasp onto, get really familiar with what you think you will feel later once you achieve your goal, and make sure to be activating and manifesting that specific feeling now and not waiting for it to happen later. Okay, let's dive into the next quote. But before, if you haven't liked the video, like it. Tells YouTube we're doing good stuff, and they'll show the video to more people, so it helps me out. Subscribe if you like this stuff. I think there's a little bell. You can hit it and get your notification when I put up my weekly video, which doesn't happen on a consistent day right now, but it probably will be more consistent soon. So let's dive into the next quote. People will say, well, I have to work on my goals, or I have to work on my visualization. And we want you to think more about holding the vision because it is pleasurable to hold a vision. Not because you are trying to make the vision work in order to get someplace that you're not now standing. How much should I work? We would say work in the sense of joyously moving forward. Good stuff, right? I want to just highlight my favorite line here, right? Hold the vision because it is pleasurable to hold the vision. Do you see what this does? It means that we don't just visualize what we want because then when we're thinking about it, because if in the visualization, if the visualization itself doesn't feel really yummy and juicy, then we are manifesting the vision without yummy, juicy vibes, which means when we get the vision, there's not going to be any yummy, juicy vibes. So the whole idea here is that we can totally get stressed out with how much law of attraction work there is, right? There's all sorts of processes. There's all sorts of things you could be doing. You could be sitting back thinking, oh man, I should be doing this more. I really wish I was doing more energy work. What should I do? And the idea here is that the right answer is to do what feels good, to do what feels like it's fun. And so there's a lot of different things, and you get to be in tune with yourself to figure out, what do I want to do? Because we want you to hold the vision. We want to be manifesting, and we do it by feeling good right now. So if you want the goal and you want to feel a certain way later, then we want to feel good right now. And if it is not pleasurable to do the work, if it is not pleasurable to do the visualization, if it's not pleasurable to be figuring out where your attention goes, it means that the attention is not on the actual right spot. It means that the energy work you're doing is going to work against you. You will know that the energy work you are doing is going to manifest you good things if you feel good in the now. So just as a reminder also, like if you're saying things like, oh, I really need to do this right now, what you're energetically saying is I'm not doing it, which means that you're actually manifesting not doing it more. So if you have any language in your life that says, I'm not doing it, or I should be doing this more, just like select all, delete, and then add in, I am doing this. I'm doing it and I am going at my pace and it is all unfolding. So be really disciplined there on not allowing yourself to say, I'm not doing this enough, because you are doing this enough. You're perfect exactly where you are. You're here, you're listening, you're learning, you're on your path, and it is absolutely unfolding for you. So we want to make sure that as you are doing the work, you are feeling good. If you are not feeling good while doing the work, then you're not doing the work. It means that you think you're doing the work because you're doing something somebody told you to. So there's a lot of processes you can learn with me, other people, where, hey, this feels really good. This feels like energy work. And you're doing it and you're like, you leave feeling like, wow, that felt really good. Yes, my energy is feeling better. I felt better after watching this video. I felt better after, writing down these things and doing these exercises. That means it's working. But if you are trying to do the work and it's kind of like forcing it and you're feeling like you're not doing it, then that's not energy work. Energy work is about, how do I feel good right now? How do I feel better right now? So you want to check in with yourself and make sure that you are actually feeling good, because you want the unfolding to come from a place of feeling good, which means that we do the work, we do the energy work, we do the visualization, we imagine how good something would feel. And in that moment, it's not a huge deal that it is not, that the thing isn't there yet, because it feels good to actually do the energy work. It feels good to imagine. It feels better to think about what we want than to think about what we don't want. So that's the trick right there. Okay, let's dive into the third quote, and we're going to be wrapping up soon. So if you haven't liked and subscribed here, this is your opportunity to do it. At the end of this video, I'm going to be linking to another video. It's a really short video that is on this topic, which is what to do if your goal stops feeling good. So if you click the button that says expand or about this video, I'm linking to a very specific short 2 or 3 minute video specifically on what happens if your goal stops feeling good. So, okay, quote number 3 from Abe: the reason for desires, goals, for finding those decisions or points of focus is because they are the life-giving things of the universe. Without objects of attention or objects of desire, life force does not come through any of us. Have you ever stopped wanting things? Have you ever started just tolerating status quo and you're just kind of like separated from what you want, and now you're just kind of cruising, and now you feel a lot of neutrality and you just don't feel exhilarated, you just don't feel much? Is because we've stopped desiring. So what Abe is telling us in this quote is that we need desires, we need goals, we need things we want. We need things that we want that we don't have, because in the not having, we give birth to the desire to have, and now there's a reason to live. And so once we are realizing that these desires is how we summon the universal energy, is how we summon life force, then we realize it's really good to have things that we don't have right now. It's really good to want things that we don't have, because then we have a reason to summon that life force. Now we have a reason to get exhilarated and to go down a path of manifesting, and to realize that now we get to just feel good and be attuned to how we want to feel later, and then watch how the universe is going to manifest this for us, or how we're manifesting through the universe. So that's a good distinguishment, right? Because maybe you're feeling like, oh, I should be doing community service or volunteering or making an impact in the world rather than the things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you want to, figure out how to help people, or it doesn't matter if you want to manifest a really big house. The idea is that as you want anything, you summon life force. And as you go towards that, you are thriving. And as you are thriving, that is the only position you can actually be in to inspire other people to thrive, to set an example that this is possible. And so even if you're manifesting the house, you will likely show people that it feels good to feel good, and you can to manifest and bring out the best in other people, and they'll probably end up manifesting more altruistic things. It doesn't matter. The idea is that everybody can thrive. Everybody can have everything they want. It doesn't matter what you want. Everybody has the same ability to manifest. I don't have a more of an ability to manifest than you. This is just about what we are allowing our thoughts to do, where we are pointing our attention. And we are all manifesting perfectly at any given time. We are all manifesting right now. We are all exercising in this very moment our ability to manifest at 100%. Right now, we are manifesting our belief system. And so what we can do is start realizing that we can start choosing the thoughts we think, start practicing the emotions we want, and really manifest whatever we want. We all have the exact same ability, and we are all manifesting at the exact same rate in this very moment. What is manifested around us is a direct result of our energy and how we feel, and that is the unfolding. So allow yourself to have goals, allow yourself to have desires, allow yourself to go down this path, allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to wonder how good can it get. Allow yourself to not just think about what's the best corner of my current reality. Allow yourself to go outside of that and get really excited about how good could it get? How amazing could I figure of a vision could I think of? And allow yourself to go down this path. Have fun with the path, because if you're having fun with the path, that means you're manifesting. So that's a lot of stuff on manifesting with goals, the ideas behind manifestation and goals. Take what you will, enjoy, follow along with me. Again, go down into the about, click on the next video, which is what to do if your goals stop feeling good. And stay with me. Subscribe, like, comment. Definitely shoot me a comment down there. I'll try to get the comment thread going. And I will talk to you guys later. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know if you have any specific questions about what we talked about today. And I will see you later. Bye.